Bees are responsible for a majority of the plant pollination in the world. Plants make food and oxygen. Bees are also important for the food chain in producing honey. The bees pollinate many of the plants that flower in the spring and summer times. They help keep the world around us healthy and beautiful. The death of bees is something that would be felt around the world, but in areas other than forests and deserts, which would feel this hit the most. This is due to these areas relying on different species of bees. When bees are gone from the area, it'll take a while for it to take its toll, around a few weeks in a small area, because it's most likely to be replaced by a different species of bee. But if we do somehow manage to wipe out all 20,000 species of bees, 92 types of plants would be heavily impacted, the majority of these being fruits and some vegetables that heavily rely on pollination for reproduction. Though true, some of these would go extinct, most would just take a heavy hit to produce yield, as pollination would either have to be done by self or by the wind or other animals or insects. But this would domino into an even worse state, impacting animals who depend on these fruits and would dramatically increase prices if the plants were sold commercially. Neonicotinoids, a class of insecticides, are lethal to bees and are being used in commercial agriculture. Climate change is also decreasing the habitats of wild bumblebees. Many plants and animals in the U.S. are moving north as a result of rising temperatures. Bees, however, are not moving north, but instead are condensing by bringing up their lower range, which leads to a smaller habitat for them to support. A paper by the Department of Zoology from the University of Toronto claims that bees commonly found in use for greenhouses are exposed to disease from other bees imported from overseas. And when those bees manage to leave the greenhouse and move into the wild, they become invasive and hurt the wild bees. As you can see, the bees are dying due to unsafe pesticides, climate change, and encroaching invasive species. Unless we work to stop that, we'll lose many of our crops and plants due to them losing their pollinators. This is why we must work together to stop colony collapse disorder and save our bees. Save the bees, save the world.